Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Toluwani. Love is Live is here to bring you some goodies. Good goodies. And today on this series, we are talking about 21st century love. 21st century love. Interesting, right? Right. I won't say much. I won't say much because I have someone that will say much. She gets. Yeah, good. Okay, now I have Mrs. Rachel Olujimi Adeyemo here with me, and she will be answering some questions. So now I will tell her to introduce herself and at the same time to answer this question that what does love mean?
Hello, my name is Rachel Olujimi Adeyemo, and on the first question about love, so I would say love means a great deal of many things. But one that stood out for me in a relationship matter would be having an affection for someone dear to you in form of dedication to one another. So it's not one-sided, it's for both sides.
Thank you for that wonderful answer. So we can see what love means. Love is a beautiful thing, right? I said I won't say much because I have someone that will say much here, right? Now, to the next question. I'd like to know, do you think love is difficult to come by in this century? You know, this century is just a lot of confused people. Like, I don't even know what they're doing. Like, many people don't know what they're looking for in a relationship. Many people just want to be in a relationship because of peer pressure and a lot of things. So, do you actually think that love is difficult to come by in this century?
Okay, so I do not think love is difficult to come by. No, I won't say love is difficult to come by, though people believe that it is difficult to come by. What I think might be the problem is fear of commitment. A number of people are afraid to commit because, as I said earlier, that love is dedication to one another. You don't want it to be one-sided. One person cannot be pouring all the energy while the other person is not even trying to do anything. So fear of commitment, I have actually seen it in a number of people that, I'm afraid to actually commit to one person. They are not ready to be faithful. Because if you are loving someone, you need to be faithful with one person, especially when it comes to relationship matters. Then some people do not know how to put effort, so they don't try to put much more effort in what they are doing. Then another thing that I think is very, very important that people actually do not notice is the fact that some people do not know how to receive love. So if you have not received love, maybe when you were growing up, you didn't receive love, you don't know how it feels, it will be difficult for you yourself to even give love because it needs dedication and it needs commitment. So I would say that is why love is difficult to come by. It's not like love is actually difficult to come by. It has to be that two persons are ready to commit to each other and build a lasting relationship.
Thank you so much for that. I really love that. A lot of people don't want to commit themselves to something. You have to be dedicated. So that the love will not be one-sided. Love is for the two parties. It's not for just one person. So you just have to balance it up. You have to be dedicated. And most people that are not dedicated, they have this jealousy in them because they know that if this person is doing what I'm doing for me, if this person is doing what I'm doing for me too, will I take that? So they are being afraid. They are being overprotective. My dear, all you just have to need is just be dedicated to your partner. Be committed. Yeah. To the next question. Technology has taken over our day-to-day activities that cannot be disputed. How does this affect our love life both positively and negatively? What do you think is the possible solution for the negative aspects? So let me come again. Technology has taken over our day-to-day activities. So how does this affect our love life, both positively and negatively? And what do you think is the possible solution for the negative aspects of it?
Okay, so on how tech has affected our love life, both positively and negatively. So, let me start by talking about the positive aspect of tech and then love. Let me say it that way. So, there are a number of tools online that could actually help want to build their relationship. If you are finding it difficult to communicate your intention to someone, I would not say this is a very good example, but then I was reading online and I saw about a guy that he was having I think they had a problem, he and his spouse. So he went ahead to ChatGPT to say, oh, this is what the problem is. Like, you need to know how to explain you need to know how to write all of these things for an AI, because of understanding that there was a misunderstanding between him and the wife. And yes, ChatGPT brought out something nice, and the lady was like, wow, so my husband could do this. So she was looking for a kind of closure, but the closure wasn't there. What helped the guy was technology. So, and there are a number of tools online that you can use in sending messages to your spouse to make it beautiful. You cannot always be online and say, oh, you are unable to speak to your spouse. Okay, so let me just quickly jump into some of the negative aspects of tech actually. So some people actually stay more on their phone or their devices, and this has actually reduced their communication with their partner. Whereas I do not think being online should reduce your communication with your partner, because at the same time your partner will be online but you are busy doing other things. You can also leverage on the time that you spend online to actually still send messages to your spouse. That way your spouse is not feeling ignored or communication is not going low. Then sometimes being online using your tech devices and all could cause isolation. Then you don't have quality time. So I think it still boils down to intentionality. Even if you are on your device all through, the intentionality that, okay, you dedicated a part of you to someone would make you know that, oh, I should actually reach out to this person. We have not spoken today. So one of the things tech will do is you can easily set reminders. Oh, at this particular time I want to call her or call him. At this particular time I want to send this person a message, or at this particular time I want to send lunch. So it still boils down to intentionality and knowing that I have dedicated a part of me to this person and I am intentional about allowing it to work, which is what we do in our career life too. So we can easily just balance all of these things. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah, there are a lot of tools online. The way you use your tools is the way you want it to affect your relationship, your love life. When you use your tools wrongly, it will affect your love life wrongly. And when you use your tool rightly, it will affect your love life rightly as well. So let's move to the next question, which says, do you think love is fading away from marriages in this century? We've had a lot of cases. They say, I don't love him anymore. Yeah, I don't love him. Like, I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to share with us, because me, I'm kind of confused. But how does love actually fade away? Yeah, does love fade away in marriages?
Okay, on the issue of love fading away from marriages, actually, I don't know. I think I've heard different things of, in a marriage, it is not love exactly that keeps you going, but commitment. In commitment, there is love. In love, there is commitment. So I would say both are intertwined. If you are in a marriage, love should actually grow with time. It shouldn't be something that just stop. Oh, because you now live together, the things that we do, the gestures we make to each other should now reduce. Then there are a number of things that come into being when one is already married that were actually not there, or a part of it was there before you actually entered into marriage. So building a marriage that fulfills God's purpose, really, it takes greater commitment from both parties. It shouldn't be one party. So I think, okay, let me mention a few things that I think might be things that might be causing us to think that love is actually fading away from marriages. It shouldn't be so. First thing, there's pleasure in marriage. We should not only think before marriage is when we can have the pleasure, where we can go out, where we can be intentional about each other. These things should also happen in marriage. Fine, we pursue a number of things in life. When you look at it, they all have their positive and their negative side. So we should always look towards the positive side of all of these things. You are pursuing life. Your partner is pursuing life too. So these things can reduce the number of things that you do. It can reduce your pleasure time, can reduce the time that you use in talking together. But it is now on you to make it intentional and say, okay, the fact that I'm pursuing life does not mean that I would not have time for my partner anymore. Then there's the aspect of prosperity. You are looking for money. Yes, you will take care of the family, you take care of each other, you have extended family, you have folks that are looking up to you for one thing or the other, and you need to do all of those things. So while you are busy doing all of these things, you might think love is fading away, but rather we should look at the good side of it, say this is actually working, or we should actually make it work. Then the issue of childbearing. Some people, when they start giving birth, their attention is now, and all of the focus is now on the children. They would have forgotten their partners. They would have forgotten themselves. Even yourself, you would have forgotten yourself. I think we should always just find a balance as to all of these things. Then we want to fulfill purpose. We want to follow our careers, want to do a number of things. There is promotion at our place of work, and all of these things seems like they are not allowing us to have time for each other. But looking at the good side, because your husband is doing well, because your wife is doing well, should be a kind of morale or a boost that say, this is the love of my life. We see a number of them online too, that okay, my wife is doing this, my husband is doing this, and they are helping each other. You just have to hold hands along the way. You don't leave yourself behind. Hold hands. So by holding hands, you are able to do all of these things, because really in marriage is a place of rest, and it's actually a place of love for us. So in problems and in pleasure, we should always think as a Christian family. We should always think that this is God's purpose for us, and we will get it.
In commitment, there is love. In love, there is commitment. That's a wonderful one. You just have to be dedicated to whatever you're doing, and you have to balance everything in choosing your career, in raising children, in pursuing money. We know money is necessary, right? You have to balance it all. You have to balance everything. Please try and do some balancing, and that will actually help. Now to the last question I'll be asking you. During your courtship, at what stage did you know that your partner is the best option for you? At what stage? And I would actually like if you two that are listening can type, at what stage do you think your partner is the best option for you? You can drop it in the comment section as well. So to you, ma, please answer this question.
While cutting, at the stage I knew that my partner is the one, I would say that is actually at every stage, because really you don't go into something blindly. There must have been some things to see before you actually say, I'm going to do this, or I want to do life with you. Since you are not in the business of testing the waters, we are trying to build a godly home. we are not testing the waters. So I would say my partner is like the best. Then I began to see some kind of intentionality from him that made me see that, okay, this is the kind of person I want. I would always say I want a God-fearing person. I want someone that can be a pastor of my own. I want someone that is career-driven. More like what I want to do, but I want this same characteristics or attributes in my spouse. So whoever I want to get married to, I want them to have all of these things. I want them to be understanding. I want them to be the mature one. Like, in fact, I made a list of, okay, this is who I want. So at the point where he began to tick all of the lists that I have made, so they are not unrealistic lists, because really, people make unrealistic lists, and because of their unrealistic lists, that's why you will not find the man for you. Then you are not doing it with the mind of God. You are not doing it having the purpose of God in mind. So that's why some people don't find what they have actually seen. So I want to say that whatever you have in mind, you can have it. That good qualities that you are looking for, you can find it. But while you are looking for that good, while you are looking for that good characteristics, just make sure that you are also that thing, or you are close to be that thing, even if you are looking for someone else to be your push. So really, for instance, some of the other things I saw that made me know that, okay, I'm doing it right, is we have the same common religious beliefs. I know he's someone I can go to, we can pray together. Like, he's always the first person I think of if there's any issue that, okay, we can actually discuss this thing together, and I'll find the issue very quickly. I will find it solved very quickly. He has a very pleasing personality. He's intellectual. Then emotional intelligence is top notch. His prayer life. In fact, there are a number of these things are actually very important for anyone that wants to actually go into a relationship. Then the right desire for having family and also training children. You don't want to have different ideologies about life. Even if you have different ideologies, there should be a place where you come together and compromise and say, okay, we'll do it this way. Then having good family relationship is very, very important. So all of this, I would say that has helped me to know that, okay, my partner is the right person for me. Thank you.
You know, when I hear love stories, I'm always happy. Because love is actually real. Like, love exists. All those kind of things. A lot of things have been put on social media that love now scam, men are scam, ladies are bitches, they are bladder. Especially people wrote a lot about ladies. I don't know. I'm not being gender biased, but that's the fact, bro. But at the same time, we still put all like that men are scam. Bro. There are some guys that are really scum, and there are some girls that are really no. But we are not talking about that now. So he made mention of something, that intentionality. She saw in a man that this man is intentional about their love. First pass mark. Like, she saw this. So when we're making our lists of the man we want, we should make sure that we make lists that we ourselves are close to. We should not make lists like, okay, you must be collecting 2 million to 5 million as basic salary. How much is your own salary, my dear? How much is your own salary? I'm not talking to ladies alone, and guys too. How much is your salary that you want a lady that is this, and you want a guy that is this? No. We all want someone that is good looking. I want someone that is good looking. I don't know about you, but I know that, in fact, 100% of us want someone that is good looking. But at the same time, no, don't let me say 100, 97%, because some people are going for money and not the handsomeness. So let me withdraw my statement concerning that. So we should make sure that whatever we're planning, whatever our list is, we make sure we too is compatible with the person we are imagining in our head. Thank you very much for this privilege, Miss Rachel. I'm really grateful. It's a nice talk, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and what, subscribe. And I said you should do something for me, that please answer this question, which says, during your courtship, at what stage did you know that your partner is the best option for you? We actually love to read this. Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Toluwani, and love is live here for you.
Jericho. They don't know what's going on.